Lil Tecca just dropped his 5th studio album called Dopamine, and I ran through the whole thing front to back. And I wasn't trying to analyze every bar or everything, it's kind of just the first listen, like initial thoughts and vibe check. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, some of the tracks were floating, and the others were kind of like fumbling. So I mean, let's talk about it. First off, the production on Dopamine is really solid. I mean, a lot of the beats are super smooth and spacey, like On Your Own, for example. The beat is heavenly, dude, like he was floating on that song. Some of the tracks on here have that like late night drive energy, and The Truth, such a good song. It had those Zelda vibes. It gave me like a Utopia, like it could be a feature on there, those type of aesthetics. I mean, perfect for a nighttime cruise. But at the same time, a few tracks felt like they missed opportunities. Like Boys Don't Cry had such high potential, and just like it didn't land the way it should have, honestly. I felt like after the chorus, he could have added more ad-libs and it would have made the song like, I'd say a 7 or 8 out of 10. It was so much potential. And half the plot just started off so boring, like it really did, but it got better later. And the ending of the song just doesn't really stick though. I mean, honestly, the song is probably the worst one on the album, I'd say. Some of the songs had instant replay value. I mean, Dark Thoughts was just straight up ad-lib heaven. I know that song's been out for a while and I've talked about it before. It's such a good song. And the chorus has such a mad vibe to it. It's so good. Same with Oa Oa, however you say it. The sample is so unique and I really love it because I haven't heard that like bars or catchphrase in a really long time. I mean, and the way the verse ends too is just so fire. But then you got stuff like Don't Rush or One Night, and they don't really leave an impact. Don't Rush had a different vibe, but felt like it wouldn't get many replays. And on One Night, you can see like the Cardi and Ken Carson influence, and like kind of why you put them on the last track. Bro, just let me get this out the way right now. The last song on the album is by far the worst song on the album. It's so bad. Anyway, the song kind of felt more like a different style than a substance. It didn't really feel like a song. It just felt like a little like throwaway whatever song. Vocally, Tecca's doing his usual thing, laid back flows and clean melodies, but not everything in the mix kind of hit right. I mean, X Factor had really rough mixing, and the rapping just didn't really match the vibe of the beat, to be honest. And on Hollywood, the voices didn't fit the beat at all. I mean, the same chorus, the same pre-chorus, it felt so repetitive and the song was just so short. It was such a bad song, honestly. But no, one of the highlights of the album for real is Favorite Lie. The beat is so fire. It's got like the Weekend dance floor vibe. Like I can imagine like in a music video, like a woman like spinning, dancing. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, but that's what I'm saying. But the dude talking in at the end, like bro, he needs to chill so bad. Like, he will not shut his mouth. Like that was so annoying. And another highlight of the album was Sure of It. It was a really nice switch up in the pace. It was really chill. It was a really cool instrumental shift. And Malibu's Most Wanted, it wasn't a great song, but it really snuck in a few clever bars here and there. And low key, it was, for Tecca, a pretty big surprise for me, honestly. But no, for real, not everything landed. I mean, Tic Tac Toe, oh my gosh, I didn't bob my head once. It was such basic lines, such a hypocritical message. I don't even know what bro was saying. Ken Carson, like, I get that's kind of the vibe, is like it's just really instrumentals, but I'm sorry, he's not a good artist. He gets carried by his producers, he really does. Let You Know also kind of felt like filler. It was just a classic Tecca sound, but nothing new. And honestly, for your 5th studio album, I feel like by this point he really should be like showing a bunch of new like avenues he could go down, or even just like kind of experimenting, you know? And also, I just didn't like the message in that one either at all. Like, what are we even doing here? Overall, Dopamine feels like a vibe-burst album. It's clean, it's polished, and if you throw it on in the background for like a late-night drive, it's gonna slide. It really will. But it's not a super deep album. I mean, none of Tecca's songs really are. I mean, there's a few tracks I'll definitely go back to, like On Your Own and Dark Thoughts, and even parts of Favorite Lie. But then a lot of it also blends together. I wouldn't say it's a major leap for Tecca, but it's not like a step back either. It's just kind of a middle ground where you can see the vision, but the execution doesn't always match. Like, it was a okay, solid first listen, but nowhere near album of the year status at all. If I'm being honest, I'm gonna give the album a solid 5.7 out of 10. But yo, that's just me off the first spin. What do y'all think of Dopamine? Did it meet the hype? What were y'all favorite tracks? Drop a comment. And while we're here, I really want to say thank y'all for all the support. My channel has grown, I'd say, I think 400 subscribers in the past 2 months, and that's really like such a huge jump for me. I really want to say thank y'all. I started taking this more serious at the end of last year on 2024 when The Party Never Ends came out. I gained like 400 subscribers in 5 months. Now I gained like 400 in 2 months, and just the growth has been crazy. So thank y'all for real. So with that being said, like the video if you liked it, sub if you're rocking with the channel, bro. We got more reactions and more reviews coming real soon, I promise you. And with that being said, I'll see y'all next time.